Hi, welcome everyone. Myself CA Vijay Kumar. Today we will be discussing a very important topic relating to chit funds. In this will be a YouTube sessions where we will be discussing various aspects. One is what is chit funds and what are the different types of chits like fixed chits, variable chits in terms of bidding chits. And other than that, we will also discuss which are the companies which are operating in chits, what are the different charges which are being charged by the chits, and also we will be discussing in terms of whether a chit is a good or a bad investment, what is the right time to enter into a chit, and also chit versus loan. If we are planning to take a loan, either to go to a bank and take a loan or to take a chit and then use it for our purpose, what will be the interest cost in such a scenario, and also we will be discussing using a chit, how can we accumulate wealth, whether chit can be used as a product to accumulate wealth. Finally, we will be discussing legal aspects and accounting of chit fund in books of accounts. So thank you. So do follow the channel. Thank you. So coming to chit fund. Now chit fund, as we already discussed, chit fund is a So chit is very common for most of the South Indian people, wherein they use it to save money. Now in chit fund, technically what happens is there are majorly three roles. One is subscriber, the second is the foreman, and the third one is the priced bidder. Now what happens is a very simple in a very simple way. Now if there are 10 members in a group, one of the member will act as a foreman, and all the 10 people will pool the money and will be priced to one of the person, and one of the person will take the amount as a priced bidder. Now for example, it's a 1 lakh chit and there are 10 people, so all the 10 people put 10,000 rupees and one person will take the 1 lakh rupees for his use, personal use whatsoever, and accordingly in the next month, so in 10 months of time, the entire chit becomes all the members will be priced and entire money will be, so technically what happens, it's a saving tool wherein you put the money, pool it, and one person uses it, and the same happens repeatedly over a period of time. Now this is a very broad way of explaining the chit fund, but then we will get into depth in terms of understanding what are the responsibilities of a foreman, and how in practical world how this happens in terms of with examples and all, we will cover in depth. Now coming to the chit fund is being regulated by Chit Fund Act of 1982. Now this is a central government act, and the state governments also have enacted similar acts like AP and Telangana. They also have their respective Chit Fund Act, because when the public money is involved, it is very important to regulate. There's a lot of scams involved in the chit business, and a lot of people have lost a lot of money in chit fund, because other than the organized sectors, there is a lot of unorganized sectors also. Like organized sectors like Margadarshi, Sriram and Kapil Chits, there are a lot of organized people. There are unorganized sector like also predominantly the business is carried out in chits. So knowing about it is very important for each of us. And secondly, when you come to Chit Fund Act of 1982, what does they do? They have the entire regulations as to how to be chit fund has to be formed, what is the registration process, and what are the state powers in terms of specifically each state will have their own Chit Fund Act, and also what's the foreman's role, because foreman plays a most important role in the chit fund because he collects the entire money. And also dispute resolution, in case of disputes in the chit funds, how should we resolve the disputes, what are the penalties for not following the Chit Fund Act, and also you have if you want to replace the existing subscriber who is not paying on time. So what is the formalities to be followed, and what are the different returns, monthly returns, annual returns to be filed with the respective registrar of chits. Now this is a broad explanation about the chit. We will in-depth discuss the bidding process in terms of, basically, if you see, there are two wide categories. One is, as I told you, fixed chits and variable chits. Now fixed chits are where the entire cash flow of the chit is well informed in the beginning itself, and there are chits which are based on bidding. Now what's the difference between a fixed chit and the bidding chit, which is variable chit? We will discuss at length, taking an example in the system in the next session.